again. Greetings, friends. Welcome back to the channel. And if it's not welcome back and just a regular old welcome, thank you for clicking on over today. If you happen to like content that is nerdy, positive, comedic, and kind, then go ahead and hit subscribe. Please and thank you. As of this upload, the US election is in 68 days. Democracy or donezo, people. Not a drill. I'm very stressed, as a lot of people are. I've definitely talked politics on this channel before, and considering the fact that we are just 68 days away from possibly the most important election in American history, definitely modern American history, as I said, democracy or donezo. This is it. With the countdown clock tick, 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 tocking to time's up, I will definitely be talking about politics more leading up to November. Critical moment in American history. So today's topic, the Mayor Pete DNC speech. I have not yet had a chance to watch it. I'm a big Mayor Pete fan, and his full speech is short and sweet. It's just 3.5 minutes. So let's go ahead and watch and see what Mayor Pete has to say. I do love listening to him talk. He's so eloquent. Here we go.
Good evening.
Good evening, Pete.
Beau Biden lived a life of service, in office and in uniform.
I'm already like...
When you put your life on the line for this country, you do it not because it's the country you live in, but because it's a country you believe in. I believe in this country because America, uniquely, holds the promise of a place where everyone can belong. We know that for too many and for too long, that promise has been denied. But we also know America is at its best when we make that circle of belonging wider. Just over 10 years ago, I joined a military where firing me because of who I am wasn't just possible, it was policy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in 2020, it is unlawful in America to fire someone because of who they are or who they love. The very ring on my finger, a wedding we celebrated, here where I'm standing, reflects how this country can change. Love makes my marriage real. But political courage made it possible, including that of Joe Biden, who stepped out ahead even of this party when he said that marriage equality ought to be the law of the land. There is a long way to go. But if this much can change between 2010 and 2020, imagine what could change between now and 2030. Imagine what we could achieve, this coalition we are building this very season, gathering progressives and moderates, independents, and even what I like to call future former Republicans, standing for an America where everyone belongs. Joe Biden is right. This is a contest for the soul of the nation. And to me, that contest is not between good Americans and evil Americans. It's the struggle to call out what is good in every American. It's up to us. Will America be a place where faith is about healing and not exclusion? Can we become a country that lives up to the truth that Black lives matter? Will we handle questions of science and medicine by turning to scientists and doctors?
Imagine that.
Will we see to it that no one who works full-time can live in poverty? I trust Joe Biden and Kamala Harris to guide us toward that better future, because I've seen up close their empathy and their capacity, just as I've seen my fellow Americans' capacity to support and include one another in new ways and do better by the promise of America. The day I was born, the idea of an out candidate seeking any federal office at all was laughable. Yet earlier this year, I campaigned for the presidency, often with my husband Chasten at my side, winning delegates to this very convention. Now I come to this convention proudly supporting Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.
Clamped. Well, that speech really hammered home what I think is so important and so clearly different between the two candidates and ideologies that we as a country are choosing between this election. One of them, Joe Biden's campaign that Mayor Pete just spoke for, is for a vision of unity, a vision of togetherness, of empathy, of fulfilling a promise that America from its beginning has never fully delivered upon, but has always relentlessly charged toward the great American experiment. It's always in motion, and we keep it moving. So Mayor Pete, the Biden-Harris ticket to me is one that pushes that American spirit forward. And then the other side is a man who has sought since the beginning to divide us. Someone who has talked about building walls, someone who's talked about taking our country back. I think Mayor Pete's speech perfectly summarized without calling attention to what we're fighting against. I think he really put on a pedestal how we are overcoming as a party our differences and deciding we're putting country above everything, and our country needs us to vote for the candidate that believes in American democracy and believes in the commitment to defending the Constitution and the well-being of the American people. So I really enjoyed that speech. I was crying like the moment he started talking, but that's kind of just the effect he has upon me. Mayor Pete is a very powerful speaker, and we can expect great things from him. But for now, Biden-Harris 2020, make a plan to vote. Attention, voters, make a plan. What you doing? Have you requested your ballot? Are you voting in person? Are you voting by mail? Can you do it early? If so, do it early. Write letters, talk to your friends, talk to your neighbors. We've all got to chip in. Do your bit. Please and thank you. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Please do subscribe if you're already subscribed. Thank you. I love you. As always, 2020 has just really racked up the sign off. Here we go. Wear your masks, wash your hands, Black lives still matter, and as always, be seen, be heard, be kind.